Thought I'd do a quick video here. Sorry about the wind, it's probably messing with the audio, but wanted to do a comparison of heavy-duty Craftsman garden tractor that I have here alongside the new Kubota BX that I picked up. Size-wise, the body I think is maybe 5 or 6 inches longer. Overall, though, it's not that big a difference. Let's see if I can squat down and get them two to line up a little bit there. That's kind of a pretty decent explanation. Obviously the bucket adds several feet and several hundred pounds to the overall size. And on the front end, the loader, it sticks out, I'd say probably another maybe even 2 feet, 1.5 feet, something like that. So you're adding a little bit of length to it. Now let me get behind it here. I've got a conversion coming for the Kubota that is going to allow me to use my sleeve hitch attachments. So it has a three-point hitch that it came with, a Category 1 3-point hitch. And I've got an adapter that gives it a 2-inch receiver, so you could use like a 2-inch ball receiver if you want to tow a trailer. Well, I found a company that has welded up beautifully a receiver that allows you to use sleeve hitch adapters. So that's really neat, actually. Okay, so from behind here, back to the subject at hand, you can see the Kubota. Let me squat down so you can see the tire track. The Kubota is wider than the garden tractor, but not by as much as you would think. I'd say 6 inches maybe. Now the tires are quite a bit wider, and I'm also going to be adding wheel spacers to the Kubota. I've got really steep property. I've read some horror stories of these things flipping over. And even though the ropes may protect me from getting crushed to death, it's not going to protect my investment. So I will add some wheel spacers, and I'm going to be actually transferring over wheel weights both from the front and rear off the Craftsman. I could fill them up with water, or not water, but washer fluid, something that doesn't freeze. That'll add about 45 pounds per tire according to the internet, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just move the wheel weights over. Those are 55 pounds a piece. And I will be getting chains for the Kubota as well, because I do intend to do winter plowing with it after this season. This season I'll still be using the Husqvarna. And hope you're getting an idea here size-wise. It is not that big an upgrade. It just has more capabilities. The biggest capability, of course, being this backhoe attachment. In fact, as far as mowing lawns go, from what I understand, the Kubota is not the better choice. Having a garden tractor is still probably preferable. Unfortunately, I can't really afford to have the Husqvarna and this. I will probably keep the Craftsman, although I haven't decided on that yet. And I'm sure I'll definitely have a couple of riding mowers and lawn tractors, yard tractors, that kind of stuff around the property, even if it's just to have and fix up and flip. I enjoy playing with them. I always have and always will. This Kubota is just purely because I need to get stuff done. There she is from the front. You can see it's sticking out a little farther. Another big advantage the Kubota obviously has is, the Husqvarna has a locking rear diff, which makes it really useful in the wintertime and if you're, moving heavy loads. This also has a locking rear diff, but it is four-wheel drive. You lock it into four-wheel and you can lock the diffs. That gives it certainly a traction advantage. But I'm not, this is apples to oranges. Let's not compare these two on the sense that one does one thing and one does the same thing. You can do just fine with your Craftsman GT here with that front tractor scoop and the sleeve hitch. I know, because I've been doing it for years. If you need to dig a hole 6 feet deep and 10 feet wide, well, then it's time to either rent something or it's time to move up into this category. But I've proven here on YouTube and in my own personal life that a garden tractor is a very useful device to have on the farm. And for our property, which is less than 7 acres, it's done the job admirably for many years. It was just time to step up a little bit. Anyway, that's a quick comparison size-wise of a old school garden tractor versus the Kubota BX. Both have similar horsepower as far as engines go. Kubota has a 3-cylinder diesel. I think it's 22 horsepower. Might be wrong on that, but I think it's somewhere right around there. And this Craftsman GT has 20 horsepower. The Kubota does have a hydrostatic. Now my Husqvarna garden tractor has a hydrostatic. They seem to operate basically the same. This Craftsman has the advantage of having a low gear range as well as a high gear range, so it can do some pretty interesting pulling when called upon. Alright, that's it. I'm Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms. Hope you enjoyed this short video showing you size-wise the difference between a garden tractor and a subcompact utility tractor. Take care.